And we're back with another episode of Get Your Mind Right. Woo, 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 woo. And today we have a new thing. We are doing an AHRR Network hotline, and where you guys get to call, ask questions, text messages, and the phone number will be 720-698-6440. Again, 720-698-6440 here on AHRR Network, sponsored by the Power of One. And today we have a lovely guest. Introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Sira. I'm an upcoming freelance model, and you can reach me on Instagram at Sira Monique.
All right, perfect. That'll be put in the description later. But today we'll be talking about physical health on Get Your Mind Right. And if you don't know already about the show, basically what we talk about here is overall wellness and health of self. And we ask and answer questions basically just to have your opinion and just to have those conversations that you usually don't have on a regular basis. And today we'll be talking about physical health, and basically we'll just do 3 questions of the day. And then at the end, we'll play a fun Kahoot game, and it should be in the link in the description below. But let's get started. Are you excited?
Yes,
Episode 2. Oh my God. Woo, woo, woo.
It's my first podcast.
I know. Yes. We love bringing on new people. It's exciting. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Question 1, okay? Do you think physical activity is a privilege, and why is our only outlet about physical activity through school?
I do think physical activity is a privilege, me personally, because I was born and raised in West Africa, and compared to out there, we didn't have like gym classes or anything like that would focus on physical health or physical opportunities and stuff like that. So coming out here and being able to have access to that is, I think it's beneficial for my health or for health in general.
Okay, for sure. And just to like touch a little more basis on that, you know, I like to look up my own information and have articles on other people pulling information just to, you know, get the conversation going, you know, stir the pot a little bit. But LeeBoyce.com, he is a Black blog person. He basically said, due to disability or inaccessibility and economic status and or other factors, belonging to a gym just isn't in the cards. We can't forget that having a membership to a gym, let alone hiring a personal trainer, is a luxury that not everyone can obtain. And it's just like, when it comes to stuff like that, it really just makes you like think, like, especially in the Black community, like I feel like the only physical education that is taught or talked about is through sports. You know what I mean? Like I did, you know what I mean? Like basketball, volleyball, track. Like I did lacrosse for 3 years and then gymnastics for 1. But that's just due to the fact that my mom was already physically active herself, so she wanted to make sure her kids were physically active. You know what I mean? She was a ballet dancer for a long time. She was a dancer in Cali and stuff like that. So she really, she really wanted to make sure that we knew how to navigate kind of like creatively when it came to like physical activity and stuff. But I just feel like when it comes to that outlet, I feel like Black people don't really have that sort of access, you know, unless it's through school. And it's just like, what would you kind of like have to say on that? Yeah,
definitely. When it comes to the youth, we don't really focus on like physical health at all.
Right.
Mainly when it's about school or when it's about sports, like she said, we try to push kids to like be fit and be physically fit and stuff like that. But I think all around we just need to like talk about it more, do it more.
Or just like start introducing your kids to like small, you know, activities and stuff. It doesn't have to be.
Your mom is fit.
That's what I'm saying. Well, yeah, she
start somewhere.
Start somewhere. You know what I mean? Like dance class or like like my auntie Carla. She used to do this thing with me and like the cousins and stuff, where she would like. She was like an Aquarius. Like, if you know anything about astrology, signs and stuff like that, but she was just like, let's just go to the tennis court. And she would like get us like a whole bunch of tennis rackets and stuff. And then we just like play tennis. You know what I mean? So it's just like starting from an early age, I feel like that being said or taught, that kind of like routine being put in place will kind of help you develop your own physical activity routine when you get older, because once you turn 25, everything starts to deteriorate. So it's like when you start, you know, but that's a fact. That's a scientific fact. Once you hit 25, like body-wise and functioning-wise, everything literally starts to deteriorate. So it's like knowing how to build that routine when you're an adult.
Putting that phone down.
Exactly.
Going outside,
walks, getting like some, and it doesn't even have to be
the gym.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be the gym. You can literally go on a hike. You can go biking. You can literally hop on a Lime scooter. Like that's low-key workout itself. You know what I mean? You can skateboard. So it's like it's all up to what you want to do in terms of how to keep yourself physically active and healthy and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. I think we're off to a good start. Question 2. Does creating a healthy dietary routine early on, so like basically like in your toddler years, help with liking fruits and vegetables in the future?
I would say yes. Me personally, I grew up like not liking meat at all. My parents would always give it to me, but I just didn't like it. So I would say like if you're a child and your parents are giving you like a mainly veggie diet, mainly fruit diet and stuff like that. Growing up, you're going to be used to eating veggies and stuff like that, and it's going to be better for you in the long run.
Right. And I'm not specifically saying like go strictly vegan with your kids, because obviously they need source of protein and stuff like that, but it's just like introduce. I feel like we kind of talked about this also in season 1, you know what I mean? Like I feel like when it comes to our community, it's kind of hard to intertwine vegetables. I mean, like we have like collard greens, but then we also add like ham or pork in it. So it's just like, and then like, you know what I mean? And then it's like stuff like that, you know? It's like adding potatoes or asparagus and Brussels sprouts and eggplants and just adding more vegetables to your already meat source foods. Yeah. Can I feel like help?
Knowing what vegetables have protein and stuff like that.
Like can help you build that that just like that stable dietary routine when it comes to eating healthy. Because I feel like me and like my mom, she used to feed us a lot of like curry and like vegetables and stuff. Home cooked meals and stuff, and a lot of them had vegetables included. Like, and we also like ate turkey meat and chicken and stuff and beef, but we didn't really eat it like as much. And I feel like that really helped me in the long run, because now I know like kind of how to like cook without just cooking meat solely, you know what I mean?
And also not just eating out like every day.
Right, exactly. Eating out gets real expensive, okay? And I suggest cooking at home. Cooking at home is probably the best thing you could probably do for yourself in terms of like money-wise and health-wise for sure, because you don't know what these fast food places are putting in their in their foods, you know what I mean? It's just
we all know being in your 20s is hard, but
it ain't that hard. You can figure it out, man. But we have some comments rolling in. Okay, Mr. DG says 25, sweet Jesus, LOL. Yes. 25 which is why you see those like TikToks and memes and stuff when it's just like early 20s and like you see people going down the stairs all quickly, and then it's like the next scene it's like somebody going down the stairs all slow. It's like after back 25 hurting. My back hurts, you grunting when you sit down and stuff, you know. It's just like building that routine before you turn 24. I mean, or even after, but it's going to be a little bit harder because your body is going to continuously...
Right, because you're only getting older. You're not getting
you only get older, so it's all there.
Might as well take care of yourself.
And then Build and Grow says, I wish I started a healthy diet at a younger age. Great point. And I feel like a lot of people wish they started a healthier diet at a younger age, because then that builds... like I said, that kind of habit of a routine of like eating healthy and fruits and vegetables, smoothies in the morning.
Balancing out between like terrible food and food that's acceptable.
Exactly. It's like, what would you kind of like have to say on like vegetables and fruits and stuff when it comes to diet? Because
I would say just knowing what to feed yourself, because not all veggies are like good for you. First,
right. I'm not saying just smash on straight vegetables and fruit for a week. I'm not saying that.
you want to gain weight. You want to gain good weight. Right. So just make sure you're eating the right vegetables and stuff like that. And you should be able to gain muscle weight actually from veggies and eating healthy. So I think
for sure. No, I definitely have noticed that like when I eat a lot of rice or like when I eat a lot of grains and stuff, I find myself being like very cut when it comes to like my physical. Because like I said, I used to be a runner for like 3 years. So like when I eat a lot of grains and stuff, I start to see my 6-pack again. And I'm like, oh, there's a little something there. But then Johnny Doe says the vegan life is expensive, which sucks. Junk food is extremely affordable. And we talked about that actually in season 1. That is an excuse. I feel like that's just an excuse. And I definitely feel like society, and I'm going to say it, but white people have made veganism or the form of just eating straight healthy vegetables and just eating healthy expensive. Organic food, fresh organic food is expensive.
Or it's, junk food is cheaper. And this
and it's just like, that's an excuse. And it's just like, me, my mom, and my sister, we didn't have a lot of money. But at the end of the day, we were still eating vegetables, carrots, our potatoes, you know what I mean?
Or just home-cooked meals.
Home-cooked meals, you know what I mean? It doesn't really have to be like a strict diet. Like, and veganism can be actually really, really good if you know how to season it right, too. Yes. I also feel like that's also like the dilemma and a stigma when it comes to eating your vegetables and stuff. Because, if anybody knows who Etef is, but he's like a vegan I can't even, it's right there on the tip of my tongue. But basically, he's an advocate. That's what it is. He's an advocate for veganism and stuff like that. And they make really, really good vegan food. Like, it's really good. Probably like the best vegan food that you've ever probably tasted, due to the fact that they've experimented and now they know what tastes good, what's not taste good, seasoning wise and stuff like that. And it's just, but yeah, that's an excuse that like, yeah. And it is cheaper, but it's not good for you. Just because it's not everything that glitters is gold, okay? Just because it's cheap
and
does not mean it's good for you.
And you just gotta be smart about it. Sometimes being a vegan can help you save money, honestly. Just getting groceries that you need for a week or two.
Right.
And cooking at home every day should be much easier than, like, going out to buy McDonald's or Wendy's.
This COVID gonna be weak. he said Walmart don't promote vegan, LOL, not with them prices. But you know what?
I mean that is true. We have that part of society too, where there's like these food stores or grocery stores and stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
literally like it's like the slippery slope when it comes to eating healthy. I'm not saying you have to ball out at like Trader Joe's and Whole Foods. I'm saying there is an inexpensive way to eat healthy without having that excuse that, oh, fast food is cheaper, so I'm just gonna eat it, but it's not giving you the nutrients and all the good things that you need to become a functioning human being, essentially, you know? But that's what we're here for, to give you guys that insight and stuff. But, like, yeah, so kind of like the question beforehand and stuff like that, you know, building that routine for your kids at a younger age and stuff. They usually tell you to start feeding your kids solid foods at 6 months. And parents.com, you know me, I like to do my little research and have my little articles down and stuff like that. But, yeah, feeding a teaspoons of vegetables and fruit in their diet once a week can help the baby get accustomed to the flavor, you know what I mean? Especially because, like, it's early on in their stages and stuff like that. Like, my little brother, he's 2 now, and, like, he doesn't like avocados. And it's so crazy because we all love avocados.
I used to not like avocados.
We all love avocados. And I feel like maybe when it comes to kids and, like, fruit and vegetables and stuff, it's, like, the texture-wise.
They gotta get used to it.
Yeah, which is why they tell you to put it in smoothies or mash it up and stuff. Or just, like, but, yeah, definitely getting them accustomed to the flavors and the tastings and stuff. So then eventually when they do get older, they know how to feed themselves in a healthy manner and stuff like that. Yeah.
Good parenting 101.
It's just like, what would you have to say about like healthy diets and stuff? Because of I don't want to.
Well, me personally, being that I'm a sickle cell anemia patient, my diet is like, it has to be, let's say, in a healthy route, because mainly when I eat meat, mainly red meat, I'm not able to like digest it well, so it doesn't sit well in my digestive system at all. So that could potentially be like a health hazard for Black women.
I could say that just a little bit. I mean, I definitely do think the whole bunch of red meat intake is just bad for you. Period.
In general, right?
In general, that's a different conversation that's a different conversation. But I just feel like a whole bunch of red meat intake is just bad for you in general when it comes to that. I feel like there needs to be a healthy balance when it comes to those sort of things, you know what I mean? Which is why I'm like, include like other vegetables and then include this or include that, or just like maybe cut off on meat for a couple of days, you know, see how you feel when you eat curry for 2 days, or like when you eat a salad for a day, you know what I mean? Like little stuff like that. So I don't know.
Yeah, the medical part about it is kind of weird for me, because for my condition, they would tell me at the hospital that I need to eat meat in order to like gain protein. I mean, in order to get stronger and stuff like that, that I should steer more like steak and stuff like that, liver. Me personally, it just wasn't working for me, honestly. I just got to stay away from greasy food and red meat in order for my body to like be functioning and for me to be okay.
Yeah, no.
It's different for everybody.
Yeah, I definitely do feel a little different when I'm eating meat for a week, or when I like add vegetables into my meal for like that week and whatnot. It's definitely a game changer, I'll tell you that. Yeah. We have another comment. Building Girl, y'all got jokes, don't you? Y'all got jokes today. Building Girl says Whole Food ain't cheap. I spent $38 on 3 different fruit bags.
It's not cheap, but them Nike shorts are not cheap either.
Exactly. Them Jordans you rocking, right. Them chains that you want ain't cheap.
Sometimes you just have to sacrifice.
Yeah, it's what you're willing to sacrifice.
Longevity and good health.
For sure. Definitely.
I think it should be like a no-brainer to pay for food that's a little bit more expensive just because you want the better quality.
Exactly. And it's just like, I definitely understand that kind of like quote unquote privilege when it comes to like organic foods, because I mean, we aren't deposed to like a whole bunch of, we don't really have the funds essentially to be buying expensive fruits and vegetables. I mean, some of us do, which is why people are buying them, which is why they're priced that way, because people can afford that. Right. But when it comes to the people who can't afford these organic, fresh, and expensive items at the store, it's just like, why don't you just make a garden in your backyard? It's a free store in your backyard right there. Wish they would
teach that in schools.
I know they need to teach that in schools.
Teach the youth how to garden.
Literally.
And how to survive on their own.
Mm-hmm. Well, they don't want us to do that. That's why they took out, dang it, what is that? With the wood shop and stuff and like sewing. Yeah, they used to have wood shop. They used to teach kids how to sew. They used to have metal shop. They used to teach kids how to do a whole bunch of stuff, and they took all those programs out because they don't want us to know nothing.
It's weird. That's why you gotta protect your kids and watch out for them, because you send your kids to school to learn about health, and at lunch they're getting like Domino's pizza with pepperoni on it.
No, honestly, you guys should probably look up videos on the difference between American lunches and like lunches outside of America.
Difference.
They're actually making their kids homemade meals, like they're full-fledged cooking in the back, not heating up some chicken nuggets in the oven, not that nasty watery mac and cheese. Oh my god, like PTSD from that watery scary. Mac and cheese. Okay, and then the milk they would give you, I'm like, what is this lunch? This lunch is terrible. I don't even drink milk at home. I drink almond milk. I don't even drink this. So it's just like, just like little things like that. Just adding those, just creating that routine for your kid and stuff like that. So eventually they can grow up and create their own routine for themselves.
Because when they go out into the world, you never know.
That's what I'm saying. When you go out into the world, I snack on Chick-fil-A every now and then, but I know how to make lamb chops with some shallots and some asparagus by the end of the night. I'll tell you that right now, okay? Like, we good over here. All right, but I think we're doing pretty good. Let's do question 3. Dang, we're flying through these questions. I'm like, you need to start talking more.
Okay.
But question 3, can meditation be a form of physical health?
Definitely. Meditation can be a form of physical health and mental health, in my opinion. I think meditating helps you gather your thoughts. It also helps you relax your certain parts of your bodies that are tense, certain muscles that need to be releasing all that tense energy. I think meditation should be even taught in schools. If we had that opportunity, that would be great.
They recently just started to do this thing called mindfulness minutes. I feel like that's like a recent, like this is like at least like a 3-year... 3-year, 4-year thing. But it's called like Mindfulness Minute. And basically what the teachers would do is they would if they were like super corny about it, then they would turn on like a meditation, like chill thing on in the back. Yeah, sound on in the back. Then they tell you to take deep breaths, close your eyes, and then they would set a timer.
Good idea. That may be helpful in classrooms.
But they would only do that specifically before testing and stuff like that, due to the fact of test anxiety.
Yeah.
And I have really bad test anxiety.
Me too, honestly.
Really bad test anxiety. So it's like when it comes to stuff like that, and I feel like that's just a whole nother conversation in itself, test anxiety. But when it comes to certain situations like that, they started adding mindfulness minute where you could do a cool down period for a minute and 30 seconds or 2 minutes. And then you would focus, center yourself, and then you would get the job done. So it's just they are kind of starting to teach that in school now. Yeah. I'm surprised nobody's really heard about that.
I've never heard about that.
Mindfulness minute? Oh my gosh. That's what I'm saying. It's a very new thing. It's meditating in school. because school can already be stressful itself with social activities and homework and just the environment itself. Life, right. Yeah, it's going on at home and you're bringing it to school. So it's like having that just time to really just breathe in, breathe out, take a minute, right. And really focus on what you're doing for the day can really like benefit you in the long run. And just readjust your brain so you can get right back on track. But we got some comments today. Y'all are wordy today. What happened to you guys last week? But okay, so who's this? Moolah Man says, how to avoid the dangers of sugar, natural and artificial. That's a really deep subject. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's I'm not exactly a scientist. I like chemistry, but I'm not a scientist. I'm interested into that stuff, though. I'm really into it. Like nutrition and stuff? Like you want to be a nutritionist kind of thing? Well, I want to be a herbalist, personally, because I want to cure myself. I want to cure my sickle cell. And with Dr. Sabi's help, I know it's possible. No, I know that poor man. I know it's possible. It is possible. I just feel like we're living, like the whole world of Western medicine has just taken us to places. I feel like Western medicine definitely has helped us in a lot of ways that I feel like people aren't really appreciative of, but at the same time, is it really helping us? Right, because in ways that we've already had an exactly. A lot of the stuff that could have been fixed without surgical situations could have been fixed if you would have eaten this, or if you would have just stretched, or if you would have just drank more water, you know what I mean? Just like little things like that, and they don't want to tell you that because they want to make more money off you. A sick patient is not, you know what I mean? A sick patient is paying them at the end of the day. At the end of the day, yeah. You know what I mean? Nobody wants a healthy patient because that means they're going to be broke. That's why they promote bad health and terrible food. Exactly. Like but just like, Mindfulness Minute has been like a new thing in school and stuff like that, and just meditating in school and at home too. Tell your kids to meditate. Show your kids how to sit down and just get off that phone. Take a minute to just be silent. Literally. And I feel like just living in such a fast-paced world and living in a society where we're just like instant gratification and all the quick TikToks and songs are getting shorter and videos are in your face and a new post, a new picture, this person's doing this. I just feel like living in a fast society can really make your mind race to the point where you can really fall into like a depressive state, or you really can't focus because you have so much going on, because this is happening over there in the world because you looked at that on your phone, or this is happening over there. And it's just like, just taking a minute to really slow down, because we are living in such a fast-paced world, can really help you in the long run, for sure. And that's what meditation will do. And that's what the MayoClinic.org has to say. Meditation can produce a deep state of relaxation and tranquil mind. This process may result in enhanced physical and emotional well-being. So kind of what we just talked about a little bit. You know what I mean? Getting your mind right. You know what I mean? Before you go anywhere, you feel me? Because it's just like, it's just so crazy, just the generation we're living in nowadays. The world is a crazy place. It really is. So just being able to just turn off your phone, go outside, get some sunshine and some fresh air, and just relax. With nature, right? Like, it's probably one of the deepest things you could probably do in this 21st century. That's a form of meditation right there. Yeah, for sure. You don't have to physically be on a mat with your eyes closed and like in a position, you know what I mean? Like, it's just about how you do it, and that's what we're here to recognize you guys for, because it's not this perfect form of, it's not something that happens overnight, you know what I mean? Like, this is something that you build over time, and I'm still working on learning how to meditate, but my form of meditation is journaling. Low-key, I've been slacking on that, so I've been a little all over the place myself, but yeah, journaling is my form of meditation. And I like how you said that, because there are various different forms of meditation, and you just got to find what works best for you at the end of the day, and give yourself some time to just step by step. You'll figure out your routine eventually. Preach, ma'am. But we got some more comments. Mr. DG says, the reason why the lunch food program in America's schools is due to the school to prison pipeline concept. Yes, exactly. And I'm so glad you brought that up. But honestly, I feel like they dismissed that whole school to prison pipeline situation due to the fact that it really was affecting children. Like, why are you building prison cells for 6-year-olds with behavioral issues because you think that they're going to go to prison one day? Like, that's literally putting a label on them as is. And school is basically like a prison. It's already set up for you to learn how to work a 9 to 5.
Right.
If you think about it. You go to school at one time, you have to go here at that time, then you have a break for lunch, and then you have to go back to those other things that you have to do. You gotta make sure that you turn stuff in on time, and then you leave school at a certain time. So yeah, it's like literally sets you up for a 9 to 5. But that's a different discussion at the school system. But yeah, that's spot on right there. Because, yeah, like prison food is not far off from school lunch, man. It is not far off. I would be so mad when I forgot to pack my lunch because I'm like, this stuff is gross.
I would actually starve myself because I didn't want to eat the school lunch.
Literally, the only thing that I would look forward to is those little packaged Lunchables, those little peanut butter and jelly ones, like the little circles. Oh, they look like little pies. That was probably the only thing that I would look forward to, and I'd smash those. I'd like ask for more, but like other than that, everything else was gross.
Yeah.
And then Dracula Knight says, I hate when I meditate that my mind wanders to something crazy. SMH. That's what I'm saying.
That's okay.
That's okay. And, like, that's literally the process of it. You know what I mean? Knowing how to quiet your mind and just...
get your mind back to meditating.
Down, you know what I mean? Get yourself centered. You know what I mean? Because... literally, like I said, we're living in a fast-paced world. You're thinking of your stuff. You're thinking of stuff that happened on Instagram. You're thinking of your friend. You're thinking of this. Thinking of your job. Thinking of what's going on with your car. Thinking of what's going on at home. So it's just literally being able to take the time to just...
and refocusing.
To refocus. And it doesn't happen overnight. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's mind is racing. But until you get to a place where you know how to center yourself and quiet your mind... you're there.
Keep doing it.
Keep going.
Don't stop.
Don't stop. And then Mula Man says, us black folks can recharge in the sun. Yes, we can.
I'm so glad you said that.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Oh, man.
That's another form of meditation.
Yeah.
Just go outside into the sun.
Just sunbathe.
And sit for like, 15 to 20 minutes?
Literally.
And you'll be perfectly fine.
Man, I love going outside for some sun time. I'm trying to get my sun time in before it gets cold. Right. All my black people, get your sun time in before it gets cold. No, honestly, we were just talking about this earlier, but like I get like these weird light skin patches on my face. I don't know what that's about, but like
our skin does recharge in the sun, mainly because our skin is made out of carbon, which is an element on the periodic table.
Yep.
So
666.
Get into it.
What is it's like 6 carbon, 6 like hydrogen,
something like that.
And then like I like looked it up. I forgot. But I'm like, I wonder why they don't like the number 666.
I wonder why they don't like to talk about things like this.
Right.
You know? I feel like educating ourselves within our community is really helpful for the youth right now.
I just feel like there's a lot of gaps when it comes to stuff that we need to know about ourselves and stuff like that. Because, I mean, like, even on, like, the food and, like, the veganism topic, we were the original vegans. All part of it, right? We were the original vegans, if you really want to get down to it. We're actually plant-based. We are plant-based people. Diets, literally. Like, if you literally look at all the cultures in like Africa or like Asia or like islander people, everybody's either eating like a lean meat, like fish or goat or lamb, you know what I mean? But a lot of majority of their food is like yams and squash.
And it's not processed, injected with things. Literally. It's not messed with.
We are the original vegans, so don't even try to hit me with that junk food is cheap, okay? Don't even try to hit me with that, because I ain't got time for that. And then Build and Grow says the lunch trays in schools are exactly the same as the dinner trays in prison. Yes, they are.
That's sad. That's very sad.
That's what I'm saying. School is basically prison. It's basically set up for you to either work a 9 to 5
we should not be okay
or go
with
to
that
prison.
As a
yeah, look at the picture.
Like, that's so sad.
And the lunches ain't too far off either, Sira. And they're not too far off.
I'm just like, the school makes way too much money for the school lunches to be looking like that.
But it's not going to them. It's not going going back into the better development of the children.
Pay too much taxes for this.
Literally, it's not going to the better development of the children. Yeah. Okay, it's going into it's going into their pockets for their kids to go to a better school than the school that they're getting paid from.
Right. Their kids don't eat that.
No, they don't eat that. They don't. They get packed lunches and nice organic food packed lunches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the little bento box lunches that I want to make for my kids.
Definitely going.
Little bento box. Those things
You gotta
are so
break
cute.
those generational curses.
Definitely.
Because it's like our parents didn't know any better. Honestly,
No,
they didn't have phones and internet to be looking up all this
Right.
information that we're getting right now. So right now, I think like for the youth and for this generation, we need to be going at all these resources and
For
just
sure.
utilizing them.
Taking advantage of our resources for
kids.
sure. Because I feel like honestly that's where we kind of struggle with just a little bit. Like we look on like, we don't really look at the light at the end of the tunnel. You know, we're just in the tunnel. But instead we need to outsource and look at our resources and see what we have, what we can do, so then we can just, you know, better ourselves and better our environment. And then Build and Grow again says, and the food says on the label, not for human consumption.
That should tell you a lot.
Yeah. I mean, but y'all should do the McDonald's experiment, okay? Buy a McDonald's sandwich and leave it in there for a week. Calculate it. Then leave it in there for a month. Calculate it. Then leave it in there for another couple months. It's going to look the exact same. Yes. The food does not decompose, okay? Honestly, if you really want to scar yourself, watch Food Inc.
That is scary.
If you really want to scare yourself for the rest of your life on how food and pork and fast food,
you
watch
would not
Food
complain
Inc.
about paying for healthy food.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, watch Food Inc. Because honestly, Food Inc. is the reason why I don't eat pork anymore. And I did my own little science experiment like in the 5th grade. I found out some stuff about pork that... You know, I'm probably going to ruin it for y'all, but I'm definitely not. That's something y'all going to have to find out yourself.
It's not it.
But no, pigs don't sweat.
If you're still eating pork in 2022, please stop.
No, but people are probably in the comments like, but bacon,
I'm sorry,
but
I'm
bacon.
sorry.
But it's like,
no.
I used to like bacon too until I saw this movie, okay? Traumatized forever. You know pigs eat anything? Like from dead bodies to cardboard boxes?
They eat their own poop.
Yeah, I know. That's really gross. And then they don't sweat. So all the stuff that they don't sweat out is lard. And they put that in revive beads. And no, it tastes good. It tastes good.
Woo, that is
but
so
it's
gross.
so bad for you. And then Mulan Man says sunbathes and grounding barefoot. Yes, walking around the grass barefoot is
form of meditation.
Some OG stuff right there.
Yes,
yeah,
that'll keep you grounded.
That is where
sure.
it's at. No, I like that comment, and I feel like that's where we can end. And guys, we're gonna be playing the Kahoot game, so make sure to click the link in the description below, and we can get started. You ready?
Ooh, yes.
You got your phone?
Excited? Yes.
Let's do this.
Let's do it. They can play with us.
Yeah, they can. You guys can play with us now. So just look in the description. So it should be like where it says like plus and share and stuff like that. There should be a little arrow on the top right corner. Click that and then you should be able to click the link and play.
Play as a guest.
Yes. It's under Kahoot. KAHOOT.com.
All right. After show quiz, we're in there.
Mm-hmm. I was like, what is that? What is this? All right, y'all. So the game pin, if you guys don't already have it pulled up and ready to go, the game pin is 411-8788. I'm gonna say that again. You know, you're sending a voicemail and you repeat your number like 720-411-8788. And basically it's just 5 questions, and basically it's just gonna go over what we talked about today, and it's just a fun little information game that you guys can play to get more knowledge and just something to do fun at the end. You ready?
Ooh, yes, I'm ready.
You're in there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see your name. Oh, I didn't see your name. The girl that I sent you. The girl that I sent you. Here, try this new clothing.
Oh, yeah, it's on the browser. Should probably download it.
You don't need to download it. But why is it making you a host? I feel like we're gonna have to pause.
We're gonna be playing it on your phone.
We're gonna take a commercial break and we'll be back in 2 minutes. See you guys in a minute.
Bye.
A collective belief, a collective understanding of the forward progression of human potential, figuring out ways to use our individual skills, gifts, talents, passions to move forward together to a more just and equitable society. Unity is creating allyship and recognition, freedom, space, and allocation of resources to any and everyone who has the mental capacity to obtain said resources. Meaning we must study, we must work, we must trust and believe in each other in order to move forward to that just society that we're looking for.
Boundaries are really essential so you're able to set respect for yourself and maintain respect from others.
I think there wouldn't be anyone above anyone as there is now. There wouldn't be a certain people above someone in that meaning. There wouldn't be, laws that benefited someone else and didn't benefit another person. It would be all set where, we'd have this talk where it's everyone's equal, but it would actually be where everyone is equal and all held to the same amount of accountability no matter who you are.
Power of one in terms of community means to me allowing ourselves to be uncomfortable in order to be comfortable with each other later on.
Hey y'all, and we're back, sponsored by the Power of One. All right, so we have the new game pin. One more time. It is 389-0204. And it should just be Kahoot.com, and then it should just say game, pen, and then just Kahoot. And it should just be an all purple screen. And the game code is 3890204. Okay, we got hey y'all. Okay, we got yes, Skittles and Piz. I don't even know what that means, but okay. Got a couple people on here. Okay, we're gonna wait a couple more seconds and then we can start. Let's see who's on YouTube. All right, cool. All right, y'all, let's get started. You ready?
I'm ready, everybody.
All right, question 1. When you introduce solid foods to children, how old?
6 months.
Don't say that.
Okay, y'all are lucky.
Don't say the answer. Don't say the answer.
Playing with us.
But yes, when you introduce children or babies to solid foods, it is around 6 months. All right, Sira.
Got too excited.
You're up. You got 907 points. Hey, y'all, you got 0 points. Skittles and Piz, 0. But it's okay. It's okay. Y'all can come up from that. All right, question 2. What is this?
For a minute, I was like, what are those?
They are hush puppies. And I just threw that in there because I just love hush puppies.
Yum.
And, I mean, there's a little background story on hush puppies. So, essentially, hush puppies were used as a distraction to distract the slave dogs. So, what black people would do is they would fry up pieces of cornbread and feed them to the dogs so they can escape without the dogs attacking or barking or making any noise. Yeah. And I just threw them in there because
I know, right?
And I just threw them in there because I love hush puppies, and like that's my guilty pleasure when it comes to like greasy food. I want to say, like in the black culture, I really love hush puppies, the mac and cheese, cornbread, collard greens. Okay, smash down on Weld Street Cafe, catfish, fried catfish. Shout out Weld Street Cafe.
Right, that's so sad that they're closing.
No, they're not closing. They're moving actually closer to Welton
Really?
Street. Yeah, why would they be down Welton Street and they live in there on Park Avenue? That don't make no sense. They say we're going back on Welton Street. But yes, hush puppies. All right, Skittles and Piz, 920. Sira has 1,836. And hey, y'all, you are at 0. Hey, y'all, I want to see your come up. What's going on, man? All right, question 3. What is a mindfulness minute?
Interesting.
Yeah, no, I'm like, wanted to make it a little bit complicated for y'all. Just a little bit. You guys were all wrong. I mean, yes, it is a form of meditation, but mindfulness minute is particularly used when you need to calm down and before you focus on a project or a test or anything like serious like that. You know what I mean?
So calming down and like
Yes.
readjusting.
Readjusting yourself before you start something, because you can get all frazzle-minded before
makes
you
a lot of
you know what I
sense.
mean, before you start your test. You know, you start confusing it with other questions or other tests you've taken and a whole bunch of stuff. So it's just about gathering your thoughts, centering yourself, and focusing on the task at hand. But yes, it is a form of meditation. I wanted to confuse y'all.
That was a good one though.
I know you guys all got it wrong. Nobody got any points. It's all the same. All right, question 4. How much money does an average membership cost? How much money does an average gym membership cost?
I'm surprised at these prices, honestly.
So an average membership costs $40 to $70 monthly. That's monthly.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, in terms of working out and going to the gym, you know what I mean? Some apartments don't even offer gyms. You know what I mean? Little things like that. Like, it's like an inclusive thing for your apartment to have a gym. But some apartments don't even have a gym. So buying a membership would seem like the best possible or
Right.
inexpensive thing to do, but essentially it's kind of not.
It's kind of like another bill.
It's another bill.
Yeah.
It's another bill.
So you might as well just eat healthy.
Exactly. And take a walk.
And just work out at home.
Yeah. But I love the weights. Honestly, I would have to say, when it comes to working out, weights are probably my favorite because they build more in terms of like cut and like
I would say
form.
the people that work out at home will really shock you. Like
Really?
some of their bodies are just, it's crazy. It's like, how do you do this at home?
That's what I'm saying. I like weights.
All you do is just use the floor mat in the ground. But you're still in shape though.
Right? I mean, definitely the
You're still
cardio and like the Pilates thing, you know what I mean? If you know what you're doing, you know how to do it right, that's different. But I'm more of a weight person. I feel like that's low-key due to the fact that I took gymnastics and then all they had us in there was lifting weights. But I love the feeling of just like squatting with the weight, lifting with the weights, the weights, the weights, the weights.
Yeah, the weights.
The weights. But yes, average membership costs $40 to $70 monthly.
That's crazy.
Okay? Think about that. Literally a whole other bill. So yes, working out is definitely a privilege.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Dang, nobody got that one? Y'all thought it was 25 to $25 to $30? No. That's why you only That's why you only see certain people in the gym though.
Yeah.
And then what workout position is this? Little song.
What are those?
Yay, you all got it right. They're donkey kicks. And so basically that's just what we're going to be doing when it comes to the quiz and like the little
Super
Kahoot
fun.
game. That's what I'm saying. It's just like little fun
Yeah.
activities, nothing serious. It's not a test. It's literally a fun activity to do and to get more information about what we're talking about today and to touch bases on what we're talking about today. But yeah, okay, so let's see. Hey y'all's in third with 0 points. And
That's
then
okay.
Skittles, and that's okay. That's okay. You on the scoreboard at least.
You learned, right?
Skittles, and that's what I'm saying. You learn. That's what this is about. It's about learning, okay? And then Skittles and Piz, he got 2 out of 5 and got 1,792 points. And Sira Bira is the winner with 3 out of 5 and 2,770 points. All right. That is it, y'all. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Comment down below. Thanks for all the love and support. Thank you, Sira, for coming on today. And yeah, catch you next Sunday on our network. Peace out, and don't forget to get your mind right.
I'll be seeing you guys again.
Yes, she will. She'll be back. Bye, y'all. That's it.